No, I got it. I knew this know what time it was. So, and then you're going to direct a movie.
I'm going to do another movie, yeah. But I'm having a tough time with the script. It's a year and a half now that I've been working on it. And I'm not going to shoot it until it's right. So I'm waiting. I have the rights to, it's a story, it's called Johnny and Me. It's a story about a guy with Asperger's syndrome who's fixated on Johnny Cash. And I have the Johnny Cash estate behind me and the rights to all the music I need and all that's in place. And I could have shot the movie last year, but I backed off it, and because I don't think it's a film yet. I don't think the script is a film yet. And so I'm going to keep working on it and hope that everybody sticks with me on the project and that I can shoot it when the script is actually ready. So that's...
You've become an advocate for a lot of things that you get involved with. Law and order, you now work with the police, that's wonderful. Where does your autism and Asperger's story come from? Is it personal, and we need an advocate in the face for that cause too?
Yeah, no, it's personal. Yeah, it's family related. And, I'm sure a lot of people know these days about autism and about, how things are advancing in our knowledge about it, and how Asperger's is now just started, in the last year or so to be considered autism. And there's a huge debate about bipolar and autism and whether it's the same or whether there is no such thing as autism, but it's all bipolar or vice versa. And I know that I am not normal and that I couldn't do what I do if my mind worked like some of my friends. That I'm dyslexic. That I definitely would have been considered a special needs kid if back in the day when I was going to school there was such a thing. I would have probably been considered in the autism spectrum, I would imagine. They would have put me somewhere around there. Because I grew up in a different time, we'll never know exactly what needs, what issues that I have. But I know that in my family that there's autism, and that especially in this generation, and that it's not unfamiliar to me. And so I support a school in Astoria, Queens called Summit, which is an incredible school for special needs kids. And my wife and I are very involved in it, and we give most of our time and money to this school. And we've seen incredible things, and met incredible teachers and teachers' assistants and students from the school. So, I'm very, my wife and I both, I should say, are very educated in autism and Asperger's, and it's a big part of our life.
Very cool.
What made you pick that spot?
Who
would lie? Who would lie?
No, I do, yeah. And we found, many years ago, we found a little piece of land that's very beautiful. And we made a house there. And, I have 3 kids and 2 dogs. And it's like everybody else. It's a great little piece of land, and it's a great house. And
Uptown, Midtown, or downtown?
Don't crazy.
I'm downtown.
The baby has a question.
Where did you grow up, and did you start off with an interest in theater as a kid?
I did, yeah. I grew up, I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and I was raised partly there and partly in Miami because my parents got divorced when I was young and my mother moved us to Florida. So I went to high school in Florida, and but continued to come back to Brooklyn because of family and friends every summer, and then eventually when I was old enough, moved back to Brooklyn and lived with an aunt until I was able to afford to live on my own in Manhattan. And so, but my father, who was an interior designer by trade, was an artist type and was always involved in community theater. So I started as a techie in community theater. That's how I got introduced to it.